3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular, mystery reading number 1124. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work, and you would like to help support it, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below, and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. If you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome, and thank you very much for your support in helping me reach 300 subscribers, as well as your presence during this reading. For someone here, there might be something significant about the number or the age of 59 or the year 1959 or the 1960s. But getting into interpreting the number 1124, the number 1 is about trusting and believing in yourself, your intuition, and your strength. As of late, it can also be about having trust and faith in the universe, in its consciousness and awareness. As well as its own power, what it's capable of doing. It's okay to question the universe, or whatever higher power you believe in. I personally don't believe that a faith is honest when you're not allowed to question it, to ask for better reasoning for certain things. I did see the number 222 on the timer. So let's go ahead and move into interpret the number 2. There are 2 1s as well. So those messages to have trust and faith in yourself and maybe even the universe are pretty strong. It's decently strong. But the number 2, which is very much standing out here, almost standing out a little bit more than the number 1. This number 2 it can be about confirmation or guidance confirmation of a significant relationship or situation in your life that may come up during this reading. I'm a little bit tired today. That's why, stumbling over my words a little bit. Maybe you're feeling tired and you could benefit from more rest or having more fun. I feel like that's true for so many of us, but we just feel so overworked that we feel like we don't have time to rest or to have more fun. And maybe that's okay. Especially if you're really trying to work on something or reach some sort of goal, it's very possible that this tiredness and this boredom is just temporary. But the number 2 can also be confirmation or guidance for you to protect your peace or to create more peace within yourself, and to be very mindful of the choices that you are making sure that you are holding on to what really means the most to you and letting go of what is dishonest and really doesn't align with you. I just feel like there's a bit of a theme of honesty here. Maybe the previous reading, 1123, could be significant for you, and now I'm hearing, I believe that's what they call a mosquito noise. And I'm about to sneeze, 1 second. So whenever I sneeze during a reading, it's usually a sign about blessings. So maybe there's something here about something paying off, or a good opportunity making its way to you, or something exciting or just fulfilling. Or it might even just help distract you a little bit from the mundane. Maybe this is a call for you to focus on what you do have and how far you have come instead of what you don't have and how much more there is still to go. That has helped me personally a lot, actually. It feels like potentially your choices could lead to some sort of blessing or many blessings. I just feel like to get there, though, to make the right choices, you have to be willing to protect your peace. I believe that whenever we put our emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being above everything else tends to be very supportive. Definitely supportive and, just healthier, for sure. Moving on to the number 4. This number is about stability, and it is connected to your ancestors. So, if you are trying to create more stability in your life, whether it's within yourself by protecting your peace, or in your reality, just know that your ancestors are always supporting you in anything and everything that you do to make yourself feel more safe and secure and stable, because they want you to have the stability that you need, not just to survive, but also to thrive. They want you to be at peace and to have more than just peace too. I'm feeling for somebody that whenever I was talking about the number 2 and how it could be confirmation of a significant situation or relationship, it could have something to do with family. And your ancestors are acknowledging that. Adding up all of these numbers, 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 2 is 4, and 4 plus 4 is 8. Which is about loss and trusting that whatever is lost will be replaced. So whoever or whatever you choose to let go of or walk away from in order to protect your peace and to create more stability for yourself, especially if it's led by your intuition, I feel like you are doing what truly aligns with what you deserve and ultimately with a future that will be filled with relationships and just situations that align with what you deserve. There's really a theme here about how much control and power you actually do have. It may take some time for you to see the results of, recognizing and being mindful of how you use your power, but it's definitely there. It is definitely there. So overall, with this number 1124, there's been a decently strong message here to have trust and faith in yourself. It could be particularly strong if you're having to let go of someone or something to protect your peace or your stability. Your ancestors are very much present here to help you make the right decisions to protect yourself and your future. And we did see the number 2 highlighting here that there is a significant relationship or situation here that could be robbing you of your peace, and it's very important for you to be mindful of who and what you choose to keep in your life. Make sure that you are prioritizing what means the most to you here. I am noticing that on the bottom of this box, there's the number 1. So it does feel like there's extra encouragement here for you to have trust and faith in yourself. And if you are struggling to let go of someone or something that is not good for you or healthy for you, it's okay to seek out support, but it's also okay to be patient with yourself so you can learn what you need to learn to make the decision you don't want to make. But there is a deck of tarot cards on the table. We have the Secrets of Tarot cards. And next to it we have a box of cards here that I just made myself. We're going to start with these cards here, these tarot cards. And I'm only going to pull one of these cards, actually, to get more detail and hopefully more clarity into, what the number 1124 really is about for the people watching this video. That just flew on the table. I suppose we'll take that one. Well, that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? We have the Two of Swords here. Remember that 222. It feels like there is definitely a decision that needs to be made, or something needs to be resolved within you. And you really have to just have trust and faith in yourself to know what you're doing, what you're talking about, when it comes to making your own decisions. And it feels like your ancestors are really supporting you right now in whatever you're doing, whatever you're trying to, do to give yourself more peace and more stability in your life. But there are a lot of things written on this Two of Swords card. I'm first going to read the things that I wrote on it, and then I'll read what the artist wrote. I wrote stalemate, indecision, choice, decision, balance, partner, and then I wrote down the zodiac signs of Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, and the element of air. Yeah, there's definitely something going on with you mentally, like you're thinking about something or you're contemplating something. The artist wrote peace and harmony, needing to take the blindfold off, keep reassessing the situation at hand. Seems like the artist of this deck here is encouraging you to take your time when making this decision, which seems to be confirmation of what I said about how it's literally okay to be patient with yourself, to come to the conclusion that you need to come to make the decision that reflects what you deserve and protects your peace and your sense of stability and safety and all of these things that your ancestors also want you to have or to feel. As one of the words that I wrote on this card, the Two of Swords is definitely about a decision, and it can be a difficult decision. It could feel so difficult that you feel like you're choosing between the lesser of two evils. All you can really do now is, the best that you can with the decisions that you can actually make. It really may take some time for you to see the results that you're wanting. And I just saw the number 456 on the timer. That's a sign to trust that everything happens for a reason. So if it is taking some time and you have to be more patient, It's definitely happening for a reason. And I feel like part of it is there's just so much to learn along the way, toward whatever goal you are trying to reach or achieve. And I feel that the universe, your spirit guides, especially your ancestors, want you to focus less on the outcome and more on the journey. Less on the destination and more on the journey. And it's okay to be excited about the destination. In fact, it's a great motivator. But it could also be your greatest downfall if you get too attached to it. So it's really hard to be present and to be patient. But once you learn how to get comfortable with being patient and present, things really do get a lot easier. And I say that now as someone who is working very hard and probably in a similar position as you. So for whatever it's worth, just know you're not alone, and a lot of people are having to make hard decisions and work harder than they deserve just because that's unfortunately how the world is built to work right now. But we have the power to change things. It really just starts with us and how we handle ourselves. Like, learning how to be patient and present, yes, it's very beneficial for your immediate circumstances and situation, but it's also much, much bigger than you because you do have an impact on those around you, and it's going to be hard to have a positive impact if you are impatient and you're dwelling on the past or you're worrying about the future and stuff like that. So just remember that. This is personally significant for you, but it's also collectively significant as well. I'm going to move on to these box of cards that I showed you earlier. I'm going to draw 2 of these, and we'll just see what comes out with these. So this card has 2 sides, as some of these cards do. And the first side, it says song lyrics that capture the energy. So maybe there is some song lyrics here. That could be standing out to you. I have a bunch of cards in here with song lyrics, so if the next one is song lyrics, we'll know that they're very, very significant. But on the other side of the card here, it looks like a table. We have good over here, bad, wands, swords, pentacles, wands, swords, pentacles, cups. That looks like the same thing. Immature mind, immature heart. When I wrote on this card, I was writing something to help me figure out how reading cards, how it feels right to me. Like how it works for me. Struggling to find my words there. And maybe you could be doing the same thing. Learning how to read tarot cards, or just read in whatever way feels right to you. Some people use coffee stains, some people use runes, Let me think for a second. Maybe there is something here to reflect on where you're seeing the good and the bad, maybe the ugly. But yeah, that's kind of all I'm getting from this side, is there might be something here significant about tarot cards or reading in some way. Maybe there's a significant reading that you're watching. Could be this one, doesn't have to be, but the reading could help you make a decision, whether it's one you're watching, a personal one that you paid for, or whatever. Let's go ahead and get the last card here for this reading. And what do you know? It is song lyrics. And you might be hearing a baby cry in the background. And I take that as part of this reading, as something here significant about your inner child. Maybe there's something here that deep down you're really upset about, frustrated or sad about. Yeah, you hear how upset that baby is. You could be very, very upset about something that happened to you as a child, or something that you feel like you've been carrying since childhood. It just feels like there's a lot of frustration here. And as I was talking about, this next card does have song lyrics on it. It's from the song Upper Drugs by Highly Suspect. This card also has the number 18 on it. 1 plus 8 is 9. And the number 9 is about purpose and helping the world release what no longer works. That feels like such a powerful confirmation of what I was talking about, in terms of this being bigger than you. Maybe there's a need here to let go of the need to make this more personal than it actually is. There could definitely be bigger factors at play that you don't really have control over that you deserve to recognize. But the song lyrics say, I might as well make another mistake. It's not enough. And this really, really, really highlights the frustration for me. You may feel like you're in a situation where no matter how much you do, you're either too much or not enough. It feels like maybe you're struggling to please someone or to show up in a situation that feels acceptable. And it doesn't feel like it's actually anything you're doing wrong. But it's very clear here that there is a person or a situation putting more pressure on you than you deserve to be dealing with. And it may be time to walk away, or at the very least, stand your ground on how you feel and deserve and demand to be treated better and recognized for your effort and who you truly are. Overall, this reading has been a call for you to trust and have faith in yourself as well as the universe to, protect your peace, your stability. And your ancestors, spirit guides in general, the universe. Spiritually, you do have that support, and you can call upon that support whenever you feel like it. You can read your own cards. You can find readings on the internet, but I do really encourage you to please use your judgment with readings on the internet to make sure you're discerning between what is resonating with your intuition and what is just resonating with your hope or your fear. This reading has made it very clear that you're being faced with a difficult choice to let go of someone or something. And while the choice is difficult, it definitely feels necessary. And you don't necessarily have to walk away, but it does feel like at the very least there's a need to let go of whatever is keeping you in a position that is frustrating and makes you feel like you are not doing enough, or you're not too much, or you're just always doing something wrong. This could very much be a call for you to make the difficult choice to use your voice, no matter what the consequences are. And I say that lightly, kind of, because, maybe you're scared, and that's why it's so hard. And it's important for you to discern if this fear is genuinely trying to protect you, or if it's just limiting you. So as I've said earlier in this reading, give yourself the space and the time that you need to come to the conclusion that you need to come to make the decision that truly feels right for you, and actually fair to you too.